What is up, guys, and welcome back to Rising Thrills, and good afternoon from Knoebels Amusement Resort here in Ellisburg, PA. Today is Sunday, July 5th. Yesterday, of course, they celebrated their 100th anniversary here. Today they are opening a new museum called the Rink. I believe originally it was a roller skating rink. So it's about 3 right now. That opens at 3:30. So hopefully we should be able to make it to that and see the grand opening and ribbon cutting of that. But nevertheless, like I said, we're here on July 5th, the day after their 100th anniversary. So yeah, it's just great to be back to Knoebels. This is my first visit since 2024 during Knoebels Hall of Fun weekend. So should be able to get in the park and have some fun, hopefully. Like usual, this is Knoebels, so it's free to enter, and just pay per ride. So we'll see what we can get done today.
So welcome everyone to the official reopening of Knoebels Rink. Originally built and opened in 1933 as the Knoebels Crystal Ballroom, the rink primarily hosted skating and dancing for about the first 50 years of its story. As the popularity of roller skating and sock hop dances diminished in the early 1980s, skating had its final season in 1983. From there, the rink was renamed the Roaring Creek Saloon, and within its open-air walls, over the course of time, it hosted a free entertainment show stage. It had a food service location, an arcade game parlor, XT ride theater simulator, and an old-time photo studio. During the COVID-19 pandemic, with the exception of the photo studio, this venue was forced to cease its operations as indoor gatherings were not permitted at that time. For the past 5 years, this beautiful, historic gem of the Knoebels story was mostly unoccupied. As their centennial anniversary approached, and we reflected even greater on our history, we knew it was time to breathe new life, back into this neglected, nostalgic, iconic structure. It was time to return the rink, not only by its name, but its original look, feel, and historical importance. If I were to dedicate this renovation project, I would have to include the past, the present, and the future. I would dedicate this rink renovation to the past hands that built it, to the minds that were able to design and envision not only the construction, but the purpose in its operation. Some of those hands included my great-grandfather Hartman Henry, my grandfather Lawrence, my great-uncle Pete Hartman, and many others who worked beside them. This was accomplished during a period of time when modern conveniences of construction were not readily available, such as cranes and power tools. I can tell you, from helping work on this project, that their quality of work and their precision is amazingly accurate. I think about those who worked the operation, including my great-aunt Gladys, daughter of Hartman Henry and Hattie. She and her husband, my great-uncle Dave, per se, managed and operated the rink for almost 40 years. During the devastating flood of 1972, Uncle Dave was almost swept away in the raging waters as he remained in the rink until the last possible moments, trying to save and protect everything he could. I think about the managers, the many team members who operated the skating, the food stand, the game parlor, and the other operations for almost the past 40 years, after skating had made its final laps around the beautiful hardwood floors. To those who belong to the rink's past story, I dedicate this renovation to you. I would then like to dedicate the rink renovation to the present year, and to all the hands and minds who helped bring this project to its completion. There are so many that have done so much. It would be challenging for me to stand here and attempt to name them all. I would be sad if I were to miss someone. There was lots of brain power, sharing of ideas, inspiration for the displays, and help forming the final visions of how things would come together. It was a full array of trades, talents, and skill sets required to pull this off. From the family and leadership support, to the director's coordination of resources, and I would be remiss if I don't mention one name, and that is Dan Stein. He was my counterpart in lining up so many resources and so much manpower. We were in constant contact with this project. I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. To demolition crews, to carpenters, electricians, ice blasting crews, painters, power washing crews, floor refinishers, sign and display production, ride mechanics, graphic art designers, historians. Even listing these categories, I may have sadly missed somebody. I must take an opportunity to offer special thanks to my sons Ethan and Alex and my wife Mary, as all three of them dug into helping me with this project in various ways. It has made the fruition of this Rink and History Showcase even more meaningful to me, as I can now look back knowing that my household family and I got to work together on various stages of this endeavor. In addition, they provided me with encouragement and assurance to see this project through. There were absolutely moments when I wondered if I made the right decision to pursue such a project and whether we could pull it all off in time and reach the vision. They provided me with a lot of grace and a lot of patience, as this project consumed great amounts of my time. I want to also thank all those who had the foresight, and I mean it's the foresight, to save and archive so many of the pieces of history that are displayed within this Rink today. You truly made the showcase possible. To everyone involved on every level and every stage of this project, I dedicate the renovation to you all. Finally, I would like to dedicate this Rink renovation to the future, to the 5th generation and beyond of our family, to the future family of team members. May it provide them with a glimpse and perspective of the Knoebel story, to the future potential and possibilities this venue may provide, to the future enjoyment of our guests inside this beautiful space, to serve as future inspiration to save and preserve both the past and the present, and know there is true worth in doing so. To everyone who has yet to help write the future stories and memories here at Knoebels.
Okay guys, so they just opened up the Rink here. Probably the coolest thing in here is that they have, they have the train and some of the old track from the old high-speed thrill coaster, which was one of their original coasters here. But definitely come to Knoebels here and experience that for yourself. Look around. I looked around at most of the stuff they had in there, so definitely come and look around if you haven't yet. So yeah, it's a lot of their history in there. Okay guys, so now it's time to get our first ride of the day, and I thought why not get on Black Diamond since I haven't been on it. So I'm not sure if it's a credit or not, so let's get on it and see how it is. Okay guys, so we just got off of Black Diamond. So as for it being a credit or not, I'm still not sure. It's like, the reason why I don't say it's a credit is because you go up a lift hill and then you go down like a drop, and then it looks as though you're gonna go up a hill, but then you go up another lift hill. So that's the thing, that's not really a credit then, because of it not having the speed of the ride pulling up, but a chain lift pulling up. So technically that means it's not a credit. So yeah, I guess it's not a credit. But other than that, the ride was phenomenal. A lot of real tight hairpin turns and stuff like that. That was basically what the ride was, turns and then a few drops. So definitely a good ride, but as for it being a credit, I'm not sure. So I guess we'll just have to, I'll definitely think about it. So as for now, I won't add it to my credit count, but that's definitely something I'm going to think about whether or not it's a credit or not. Okay guys, so now it's time to go on the last coaster credit too that I don't have here at Knoebels, and that is Cosmos Curves. So let's get on it and see how it is. I've never even been on this ride model, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Okay guys, just got off of Cosmos Curves. Phenomenal ride. I don't even know if you could call that a kiddie coaster. coaster. It's such a great ride experience. I mean, it is phenomenal. The amount of airtime you get, the amount of laterals you get on that is phenomenal, a great ride. And the restraint really is very lackluster. So it is just so much fun, and you get so much airtime. And I mean, you don't get so much airtime, but like so much fun elements to the ride. And for a kiddie coaster, I think that's the best kiddie coaster I've been on. Okay guys, now it's time to get on the flyers. From what I hear, it sounds like these are the best. So we'll see about that. Okay guys, so I just got off of the flyers. First of all, I'll say phenomenal ride experience. This is the flyers that, yeah, you go up the highest, it's the easiest to snap. Now, I will say I did not snap it, but I wasn't going the whole way because I didn't want to get, you know, in trouble for snapping. Snaps, I got like a little bit of a snap, not quite a snap, but like, you know, it wasn't completely taut. So, you know, sort of a snap, but not a full snap. But nevertheless, phenomenal ride experience. And like I said, I didn't go the whole way because I didn't want to get in trouble. Because at the beginning, I could have gotten up a lot higher and, you know, gotten it to snap. But I didn't want to do that because I know some people say they get in trouble for doing that. So, you know, I still had a fun experience. But the fact that I could have gone even higher up and gotten more of a snap is just phenomenal. And I can't believe how great those flyers are. Definitely come out and try them for yourself if you haven't. And, you know, everybody raves about them. I mean, flyers, I do like flyers. They're not my favorite ride, but they're up there for sure. I always ride the flyers at, you know, Hershey Park fairly often, like once a month or something like that. So I do definitely like flyers, and this was a great flyer. Okay guys, now we've come back into the rink a little bit later. You know, they have all these little areas here with photos set up, all sorts of stuff. Old merchandise, old tickets, old stamps and stuff. I'm not sure what those are for. And more pictures here. And then they have different ride vehicles, like I mentioned, the coaster car over there, and also a screen here with, you know, documentary playing. Okay guys, so now we're heading out of the park because it's starting to rain, so, you know, don't really want to be here in the rain. But overall, you know, I didn't do a ton today on this visit to Knoebels, but I'm pretty happy with all that I did. You know, usually I don't get a ton done when I come to Knoebels. It's more so just, you know, have fun around the park. You know, nevertheless, I had a lot of fun today. You know, got done a good amount of things. Hopefully next time when I come, I can get an all-day wristband so I can do more attractions, as many as possible, ideally. But, you know, nevertheless, today came and I had fun. You know, mostly came just for the grand opening of the Rink, so that was great to see that being open and, you know, look through all the history and all the stuff they have in there, so that was great. And, you know, overall had a fun day today at Knoebels. You know, finished up all the credits here, so that's really good. You know, so future visits, you know, the main priority will just be re-rides and, you know, getting on more flat rides, because I haven't done all of the flat rides. The biggest one that comes to mind is the carousel. Hopefully I could ride that a bunch and try to get free tickets to go on it again. Now the only thing is, when you have a wristband, it doesn't really matter because you can just do it again and again, but then at least you have tickets for next time if you don't have a wristband. But other than that, had a great day today at Knoebels. It's always fun here at Knoebels. Fun park, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not already, make sure you go down and subscribe. Make sure you like, share if you really enjoyed this video, and make sure you give a comment, anything if you didn't enjoy the video or any problems you had, or even something you enjoyed about the video. Make sure you comment down below those things so I know how to improve the videos and how to keep doing the things that I'm already doing and stop doing the things that you don't like. So like I said, make sure you leave a comment about any comments, concerns you have. Like if you really enjoyed this video, share it also to other people so they can enjoy the video as well, and subscribe if you're not already. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.